Yo, what's up guys, Ganesh here. Today we're gonna be answering that question that everyone has been asking me in the last couple of days. Ever since I released that video of me pulling on Sarada using 9,500 Shinobites, everyone has been asking me, where do you get your Shinobites? And can you get it cheaper? So the question for this video is gonna be how to get cheaper Shinobites. So the short answer for this is that I'm using the filling service. And for you who don't or not familiar with this service, I will be explaining to you exactly how it works. So basically, the filler, who is the person that does the filling service, is like the seller, and he buys a huge amount of gift cards, Google Play gift cards. And before I forget, I have to mention that this service only works for Android. If you are on iOS, you can move your game to an emulator like NxB app player, and from there you can use this service. So they buy this amount of this huge amount of Google Play gift cards for a very cheap price, and that's not all. They just use a VPN to move to a country in Asia where the prices are very cheap for the in-game currency, like Shinobites for Ninja Voltage, for example. Of course, it depends. Like, it's not only one country. It depends because it changes. Like, there are always different deals in different stores in different countries in Asia. So, and also it depends on the stuff like the taxes in each country. If the taxes are high or low, or I mean, if there's even no taxes at all. So it depends where they buy the Shinobites or the in-game currency in general from. Okay, so what are the prices that the filler I'm buying from offers right now? So basically, these are the prices. The first bundle, the smallest bundle, is for $50. You get 2,200 Shinobites. For the biggest bundle, it costs $190, and it gives you 9,400 Shinobites. That's the one I probably or most likely buy because it has the best rate. And if we check here, for example, in the game, I'm on iOS, by the way, so the prices here in Europe are probably the highest place ever, because Apple has added more taxes to the in-game currency or the App Store currencies, like prices the beginning of this year, I believe, and ever since then the prices here are really crazy. So if you are in Europe like me and have iOS device, your price for the biggest bundle is gonna be like 90 euros for the biggest bundle, which gives you 1,350 Shinobites. If you double this, you get around the value of the biggest bundle Alex offers, which is for $190. I mean, 180 euros is probably much more than $190. And if you buy from the game directly, you get basically only 2,700 Shinobites. That's compared to this value is like 1 to 3. You get like 200% more Shinobites using this service. So it's like very crazy what you can do by like skipping taxes or using different stores or so on. So now if you are convinced that the prices from the filling service are much better, and they are, of course, than buying directly from the game itself, you might ask yourself how to contact Alex. So Alex currently has two ways to contact him. Either on the Discord server, you can just add him using that ID you find there on the left, if you are already on Discord. If you're not, you can just make a new account and then search for him. I believe he told me anyone can add him on Discord, even if they don't share a server. And if you are actually on the main server of NxB, then basically you can just search for him in that server, he will find him there, and you can then send him a BM from there. If you are not in Discord and you don't wish to like use Discord, you can use Facebook. You can you have two options there, either to go on the group called Gacha Tavern, and that group has a lot of fillers for a lot of different games like One Piece Thousand Storm, One Piece Treasure Cruise, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, SAO, and even the Japanese version of these games, and also the Naruto Cross Boruto Ninja Voltage. The one that is that takes care of the filling service for Naruto Cross Boruto is Alex, of course. You will find him there with this post, so you can then just like leave a comment there or just send him a message. You'll find him also on Facebook. You don't have to like join that group, but if you want to like see the rating of his service and people commenting on his service there, you just want to go to that group and like look for the comments that like rate him or give him rating of the service they asked for, or the orders they ordered and were fulfilled. So that's basically how you contact him. Now let's talk about how the payment works, how you get your Shinobites, and so on. So basically, he only accepts PayPal. So you send the money mentioned here for the bundle. Of course, you will have to contact him first, and he will give you the email for when you transfer the money using PayPal. He will also tell you the time where he will do your filling or your order, and then you just have to wait like up to 6 hours, from 2 to 6 hours, for that order to be completed. Basically, you're gonna have to connect your account to a Facebook account. It doesn't have to be your main, because you will have to give him your account, your Facebook account. So if you don't want to give your main Facebook account, you can just remove the connection between the game and your main Facebook account using the settings. If you don't know how to do that, just Google it. It's easy to do. Basically, you just make a new account, connect the game to that account, and then you give him that Facebook account so he can do the order, and then you get your account back using the same Facebook account. That works on Android. If you are on iOS, you will have to do the same thing, but you will have to generate a code to move your account from iOS to Android. Of course, you will have to use all your Shinobites before doing that, because the Shinobites don't transfer. So yeah, if you transfer to Android, you will lose all your Shinobites from iOS, and the same thing will happen if you transfer from, like, get your account back on iOS. You will lose all the Shinobites you just bought. So you want to get your account back on an Android device. If you are on iOS, you will have to like use an Android device or to download an emulator called NxB. The latest version allows you to play Ninja Voltage on it. You just get your account there, you get all the Shinobites on it, you don't lose anything. You basically do the polls, and then you can, after you use all the Shinobites, you can just go back to your iOS device using another code. Now let's ask the two most important questions that everyone should be asking. Is it safe or secure, and is it legal? I mean, technically, if you think about it, you are giving your account, your Facebook account as well if you're using your main, and also you're giving money. You basically don't get anything while waiting. You just give everything, you don't get anything back. So you will have to have a full trust on that person that is doing the full service for you. Well, as for me, I would assure you that it's 100% safe. I've dealt with Alex a lot of times. I know a lot of people that did. He's just a player just like you and me. He does this service to get profit, to actually buy for himself on his account Shinobites or rainbow coins like on 1v Thousand Storm, as he plays the Japanese version more than any other game. So yeah, I can tell you that it's 100% safe and 100% secure. Now as for the legal part, if you ever read the terms of conditions and conditions of any game, not just Naruto Cross Boruto, any game, it would tell you to never use let a third party use your account. And to explain the third party thing, because some people don't understand that, you have two parties. First one is the company or yourself, and the second one is the other one. So let's assume the first party is the company, which is Bandai Namco in this case, and the second party is yourself, the player, and you are the one that agreed to that contract. So you have only two parties. The third party is anyone that uses that account other than you and the company, which is can be your friends, your dad, mom, anyone from your family, anyone you know, and anyone you don't know. Like for example here, if you give your account to a third party who is gonna be the filler, who does the service for you, that is considered a third party. So the terms and conditions are against that, but it's actually against that because it's trying to protect you. So if we talk about that, we'll have to go back to the same question that says if it's safe or secure. And again, I'm telling you, it's really safe and secure for you. Of course, the game can just ban you, and I'm not lying to you here, can ban you just for the sake of it, because you're using a third party. If they found out, of course they cannot find out, as they're just you're just buying from another country, which happens a lot. But the fact is, nothing has ever happened to anyone, and there's a lot of fillers and sellers and people who order that every day. There is actually fillers. I believe there is actually already a filler on the main Discord server for NxB, and that filler doesn't do the service anymore because he has enough orders for 1 month ahead. So that's why you probably never heard of that filling service, because it's probably just disabled now on that server. So yeah, a lot of people are doing that, and a lot of people did not get banned. I mean, was only one case in one game, I can't really remember the name, and that happened because the filler, who was very popular, were discovered to be a scammer who was using a stolen credit cards. So after a while, of course, the owner of these credit cards requested refund, and the game or the company realized that a lot of money has been refunded, and then they did a mass banning for all the players that used that service from stolen credit cards, and then they asked them to pay the money that was stolen to get their accounts back. But that was only one case, and it was because the filler was a scammer. Of course, I cannot call anyone a scammer here. I'm pretty sure, and I have full trust in Alex, because I've already given him my account, not just my Naruto Cross Boruto accounts, but also OBTS accounts a lot of times. So I can tell you, I trust him, and you should too. So this is, to be honest with you, in both questions, the safety and the legality of this action, of this service. So this is everything I can cover on this service, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, you may as well just leave them in the comment section below. I will be sure to reply to every single one of them. Any link that was mentioned in this video will be put in the description. And if you decide to buy Shinobites, it's the best time for it right now, because Alex doesn't have a lot of orders right now. Of course, he will be having a lot of them after this video, but it's also a great time because I believe Itachi with his Susanoo moods will be released in a couple of days, after the SAM ends. It's like be like 2 days after the release of this video. It will be a great time to actually buy Shinobites to get ready for the hype of that event. And yeah, I will also be polling for that event as well, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do it. You will find a lot of videos, great videos coming up ahead. Yeah, so like the video also if you like it, dislike it if you don't like it, and yeah, I hope you guys find this video useful, and I will see you guys next time.